Hello, it's Christine Madera from modernmystic.net and Conversations from the Edge podcast. And this week's Mystic Wisdom was reality is what it is, regardless of what you or I believe it to be. And that what we believe shifts our experience of reality, but it doesn't change reality itself. So this might seem really straightforward, but there's just a little shift that we kind of need to make as humans, because for some reason we have this internal hidden expectation that whatever we believe accurately reflects reality at that point in time. So even though we change our beliefs all the time, what we believe, our top of mind beliefs and our deeper beliefs, we operate as if that were true in reality as a whole, rather than just true in our experience of reality. And so we hold other people to what we believe is true for our experience of reality, even though they might have a completely different set of expectations, beliefs, thoughts about how reality works for them. So how does this work? So there's there's a whole industry actually on how to change beliefs to change your experience. And so it's the self-development industry. A lot of the pop spirituality industry is really about examining what you believe, your limiting beliefs about yourself, about life, about what's possible for you, letting those go, and then implanting or engendering other beliefs that are more supportive of the experience that you want to have. And that's great. And it's all about creating a better experience for you. But the thing we get caught up with then is that we think that this new understanding of reality actually reflects reality as it is, instead of being just a new experience of reality that we're having. So deeper beliefs, like more commonly held beliefs that we hold as a country or as a culture, as a religion, these kind of things, these are a little bit more deeply embedded because we get those reflected back to us all the time. So things like a religious belief or a belief, a social cultural belief like in the United States about what we call the American dream, which is where if you work really hard, you'll succeed. It's kind of like this formula: hard work plus like applying yourself for years and years equals success, like magic. Even though for many, many, many people, that formula has never worked. And so, but we have this collective belief in it, and there's sort of this moral aspect of it, both in religion and cultural beliefs like the American dream, that there's a moral way that the universe works, that if you do this, if you behave this particular way, you will receive this particular result. And that still, even though it's reflected back to us and it feels real, and it's not actually reflective of reality. But we do operate and organize ourselves around these moral structures. So for example, in the United States and a lot of other Western countries, hard work is its own virtue. And it is its own virtue because it's supposed to bring about your success, even though, for a lot of people, they work really, really hard their whole lives and it's not successful at all. And so, but they have their own virtuous bent to them. And so we have these kind of moral structures of the universe that we really deeply believe in without really questioning that belief. And so this is another way that we expect reality to behave in a particular way because we have these hidden beliefs about what reality is and how it's supposed to operate. But reality operates independent from anything you believe about it. And that's the key point that I want to make here. That just because you believe in reality as a particular thing or operating in a particular way doesn't make it true. And it only really makes it true for your experience, and maybe the experience you're having or the experience that you want that you're not able to have because you have beliefs that block that experience. But there's a big difference in kind of that aha shift in how you operate from kind of in that hidden belief that what you believe reality to be is true, and therefore you operate it with it as truth, and you expect everybody else to operate with it as truth because it's universally true, and understanding that what we believe about reality shapes our experience, shapes our society, shapes what we argue over, what we fight over, what we believe about ourselves, what we want to contribute to the world, and how we want to be. Those are all parts of belief structures that we have that really only determine our experience of reality, but have nothing to do with how reality operates in and of itself. So it takes a little bit of humility, actually, to step back and say, wow, what it is that I believe is what is shaping my experience. Not what is it that I believe, or this reality that reflects what I believe is stopping me or supporting me, or however you phrase it for you. But really understanding that what you believe is distinct from reality. Now, there's some advantages to this. One is that once you realize that what you believe shapes your experience and is not this large moral structure or is not universally true, you're much more easily able to change your beliefs to have an experience that you really want to, what you'd prefer than the one you have now. Also, it allows you, hopefully, to let other people have their own experience based on their own beliefs and experiences without trying to make theirs wrong and yours right, or yours right, or yours wrong and theirs right. They're just different experiences of what people are having in this life at this time. But neither of them are reflective of reality as a universal truth. That is its own thing. And when you can be a little more humble and step back and say, wow, reality is this amazing thing. I'm having this experience of reality that I'm enjoying. But you can begin to say, I wonder what it would be like to really interact with or allow reality to show me what it is. So this is the path of kind of stepping away from belief systems generally. Not that you go into like being agnostic or anything about everything or thinking nothing is true, because everything is really experience on our human level, but really letting go of the experience or ideas that what you believe is somehow true in the universal sense. And then to just allow that to be your experience and to invite reality to really show you something new, show you something that you never imagined before, because you're opening up to what is and what is possible outside of the experience that you've constructed with your beliefs. So it's kind of just a little bit of a play to do, but that one piece about understanding that what you believe and think and all of this is part of your experience and does not reflect reality as it is, which is so much bigger than we could ever imagine it to be. So if you can rest and sit with that my beliefs create my experience. It allows you to really shift and change in a way that it doesn't when you believe that what you believe is universally true and you have to conform yourself to that reality. It's a little bit of a shift, but it's a profound difference in how you live your life. All right, so keep tuning in and check out the podcast. Conversationsfromtheedge.net is where you can find it. Also, you can go to modernmystic.net for all kinds of different tools and various things that you can do there. All about really helping people expand their consciousness into what's possible. Like, I don't know what there is. So it's always about pushing that edge of what is possible, what we're experiencing, and what we can be when we begin to let go of those limiting beliefs and experiences that hold us in place and hold us to a particular version of reality. All right, have a great week. I'll see you next week.